Black Lego Customs here, and today I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing part 1 of my Star Wars The Clone Wars showcases. So for this part, we're going to be doing the 501st troopers and characters. So we've got Echo, ARC Trooper 5s, ARC Trooper Jesse, Captain Rex in his Phase 2 armor, Anakin in his Season 1 armor, and Captain Rex in his Phase 1 armor. So yeah. But without further ado, we will get started with this showcase. So we're going to kick it off with the Jedi leader of the 501st, and the Chosen One himself, Anakin Skywalker, in his Season 1 armor. So the hair was the Lego Ninjago movie Lloyd hairpiece, which I just painted gloss brown. And then the head was the normal Duel on Mustafar, the new Lego set. From episode 3, Anakin head, which I didn't do anything to. And then the armor, the armor and the shoulder pads on the front and on the back were sculpted out of epoxy sculpt, or it's a clay, and I engraved the lines, and I painted it gunmetal. And for that shoulder pad, you can see using dark red, I painted the Republic symbol. And then the blue on the dark blue parts right here on the front and on the side and right there on the legs, and continuing past the legs and onto the back. And on the back, it was made out of electrical tape, and then I painted it. And then the brown belt you can see was also made out of electrical tape, and on the front I sculpted the pouches right here, the 2 pouches, the belt buckle, and then the 2 bullets or canisters. And then the dark red parts were just painted using Craft Smart French wine dark red. And then the robotic arm glove you can see was cut out of E-tape, and I just painted the 3 silver lines on it. And for his normal other glove, which was sculpted onto, and I sculpted and painted on the droid comlink on the front. So yeah, and then I painted the boot details. You can see I painted the lines on the boots, which continue all the way on the sides and on the back, as you can see. So yeah, sorry about that. Then the lightsaber was a sculpt done by me onto a normal Lego lightsaber hilt, and then I just gave him a blue blade. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Anakin Skywalker in his Season 1 armor. So yeah, that's it for him. In chronological order, we're going to start off with Captain Rex in his Phase 1 armor. So the rangefinder was just the normal Lego rangefinder piece, which I just painted in light gray. And then the helmet was the standard Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmet from Lego, which I painted in my own color of white, and then I added on the blue details, which also include the Jedi's on there. So yeah, and then I painted the blue on the front of the mouth and around the visor of his helmet. And if I take off the helmet, I just an angry clone head, which I just painted the blonde eyebrows. So yeah, and then the shoulder pauldron was was sculpted out of epoxy clay and painted. And then the arm detail you can see was painted on both sides of the arms. And then the clone, like the belt and then everything on the front, was fully painted by me, and includes going around to the back. And then the waist cape was just a cut up Lego waist cape, which I made. And I painted it gloss black and added the blue rim around it. And then I painted on the white holsters. Then I painted the leg detail, which include the lines right there, and then the knee pads, and then the treads on the boots, which go all the way around, as you can see. Oh, excuse me, there's a fly. So yeah, and if I want, I can show you guys the detail in a better view if I can take the waist cape off, which does not seem it wants to come off. So yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. So sorry about that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Captain Rex in his Phase 1 armor. So yeah, he's a pretty cool figure, and I love how he came out. So yeah, that's it for Captain Rex. Of course, now we're gonna start off with Captain Rex in his Phase 2 armor to kick off the Phase 2 troopers. So the rangefinder was the same piece as the Phase 1 piece, which I painted it different colors. And then the helmet, you can see, was painted with the weld marks on the front, the blue around the visor, the jag eyes, and then the tally marks on each side of the helmet. And yeah, if I want, I can take the helmet off. And then there's the head I painted underneath, and if I want, but just swap between the two, I can give Rex a hairpiece. And then the head was just the Jay Garrick head, which I from the DC blind bags. So yeah, and then the shoulder pauldron was this shoulder pauldron was made out of electrical tape, and then so was the 3 pouches right here, which I just painted. And then you can see the arm detail there, including the white tally marks on that side and on that side, including the back detail. And then the weld marks are also present on the front, and the same belt detail like the other clones is also painted on. And so yeah, and then the pistols were just brick arms, just normal pistols, and I sculpted it on the tops and and on the back to give him more like his DC pistols that he uses. So yeah, and then I painted on the holsters on both sides right there. And then I added the added detail on the if you can see on the insides right there. I painted those on, including the knee pads, then the treads on the boots, and then I added more tally marks on the sides of his boots. And then the detail goes to the back, and then there is the back. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Phase 2 Captain Rex. One of my favorite figures I've made so far from the Clone Wars, and one of my favorite figures just in general in 2020. So yeah, that is it for Captain Rex in his Phase 2 armor. This is our 4th figure in this showcase, and it is ARC Trooper 5's. So I'm not going to go over the rangefinder because it's the exact same piece. And the helmet is the same as Phase 2 Captain Rex's, is just a official LEGO Phase 2 helmet, which I painted all the detail to make it look like 5's helmet, and which goes onto the back. And if I want, I can take 5's helmet off to show you the detail I painted. So it's just an angry clone head, which I just painted the goatee and then the Arabesh 5 on his on his forehead. So yeah, and then the whole ARC Trooper armor was fully painted onto the front, and then the shoulder pauldron was made out of electrical tape, and I painted it. And then the pouches on the front were actually a cut-up piece of index card, which I glued on and then painted to look like the 3 pouches that ARC Trooper armor has, I guess. So then the backpack was a fully sculpted thing. It was onto one of the it's on the Sith Trooper battle pack. It's the jetpack pieces. So if I can find one before I found a piece so I can show you. So the backpack was originally one of this piece, which I just cut and sculpted onto to make it look like the ARC Trooper a backpack. So yeah, then the arm details on both sides. And then the waist cape was a cut up piece of index card, and I painted it. And so are the straps, and then the bags on the sides right there. Then the knee pads were painted. Then the leg armor for ARC Troopers was painted in gray, and then the blue stripes are painted, and so are the treads on the boots. So yeah, and then the blaster was a modified Brick Arms E11, which I just cut the scope off to make it look more like a Clone Wars, like a clone blaster. So yeah, that is pretty much it for ARC Trooper 5's. He is a really good clone in the show, and I really like this figure. So yeah, that's it for ARC Trooper 5's. With our next to last figure in this showcase, here is ARC Trooper Jesse, based on his Clone Wars Season 7 appearance. So the helmet was the Phase 2 helmet, like Captain Rex's and 5's helmets, which I fully painted, including the Republic symbol on the front, and then all the detail, the blue hood detail on the front and the back right there. And if I can take Jesse's helmet off, there is the Republic symbol tattoo I painted on Jesse's on his head right there, which is accurate to the show. And then the pauldron is the exact same way as I made the other pauldron for 5's, which is just E-tape, and then this piece is also E-tape this time for the pouches. And then the backpack was the same way as I'd made 5's backpack, just with sculpting onto that jetpack piece. Then you can see there the detail on the arms and on both sides of the arms, and then the ARC Trooper ARC Trooper armor you can see was fully painted on, and then the waist cape was cut out of Lego fabric, and I painted it, and then the pouches and the straps, they're made out of E-tape as well, and the straps run to the back, and I painted the blue stripes on. And then you can see the knee detail, which is specifically for Jesse's ARC Trooper armor, and then you can see there the treads on the boots as well, which was also painted again. So yeah, that is pretty much it for ARC Trooper Jesse. One of my favorite figures from the show, and also this figure I just made for Star Wars. So yeah, and if I want, I can grab 5s, so you can see the two side by side. So yeah, that is it for ARC Trooper Jesse. And here's our last figure of this showcase. It is Echo in his Season 7 look. So yeah, sorry I had to stall, I forgot. So the head was the Angry Clone head with the rings under his eyes emphasized, and the cheekbones, because his face was more sunken in at this point during the show. And then the holes where they drilled into his head were painted on as well. Then the detail, like on the torso, which was actually the white, was painted on before, because at the time I didn't have any white torsos. So yeah, and then I painted on the blue right there, the red skull, the ab detail, then the blue stripe on both his shoulder pads, and then painted on the arm gauntlets on both arms, and I painted on the white square on his one hand. Then the legs were fully painted by me, including the little blue marks on his boots and the treads on the boots. And there's the back. I made the back up because I had no idea what Echo's back looks like. So yeah, now we can talk about the robotic hand. The robotic hand was it was fully made by me, and it was cut from a DC Blind Bags Aquaman figure, which I just cut up the bottom of it because I think it looked a little. When I saw it, I realized it looked like Echo's robotic hand from the show. So yeah, that is pretty much it for ARC Trooper. I mean, yeah, he was ARC Trooper Echo, but now he's just Echo. So yeah, that is it for him, and we can go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe, and comment in the comment section which one of these figures is your favorite. And stay tuned for future posts on Instagram, which I will be posting these soon. And so yeah, that's going to conclude it for this video, and I have more clones in the works I can show you. I'm currently working on Captain Vaughn from Season 7, and then Phase 2 Commander Bly. So those are the only teases you'll get for them right now, and hopefully they'll be in my next part, as well as I'm going to be making a Season 1 Obi-Wan to go along with Anakin. So yeah, that is going to be it, and be sure to follow my Instagram, Sonic Lego Customs, and be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So yeah, that's going to do it, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.